It's a joy to be back with you to introduce today's proposition of welcome and hospitality. This proposition received the 6th most votes at the 2022 Synod Assembly and is defined as follows. Foster an intentional culture of welcoming and hospitality that seeks to encounter people where they are and open wide the doors to Christ for them. Be especially mindful of those who are new, those who are feeling disconnected from the church, and those who are from different cultures. Cultivate awareness among the faithful that all are ministers of hospitality who could help their neighbors feel they belong. I'd like to welcome back Bishop Kevin Kenney to lend some theological context to this proposition.
Thank you, Yen. Pope Francis has some important words for us about the importance of hospitality and an attitude of welcoming in his apostolic exaltation, Gaudete et exsultate. He says, each community is called to create a God-enlightened space in which to experience the hidden presence of the risen Lord. Sharing the Word and celebrating the Eucharist together fosters fraternity and makes us a holy and missionary community. It also gives rise to authentic and shared mystical experiences. Such experiences, however, are neither the most frequent nor the most important. The common life, whether in the family, the parish, the religious community, or any other, is made up of small everyday things. This was true of the holy community formed by Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, which reflected in an exemplary way the beauty of the Trinitarian communion. It was also true of the life that Jesus shared with his disciples and with ordinary people. In our archdiocese, we are increasingly called to live out this open hospitality. As Archbishop Hebda writes in his pastoral letter, "You will be my witnesses." Jesus' washing of the feet would have communicated a radical hospitality. The focus of the person washing feet has to be purely on the other. We can imitate Jesus only by putting aside the garments of our position, our expertise, our self-focus, and even our pride. In attending to the need of the other, we open ourselves to the mystery of the other. In listening, we respectfully receive the other. Jesus teaches us that the simple gift of self opens us to the gift of the other. A communion, a unity, is then created between us through hospitality. Each of us is invited to welcome those in our midst, the marginalized as well as those most familiar to us, but perhaps further away from the Lord. Indeed, it is in the little things that our shared mission as evangelists might be fully realized. As Pope Francis says, let us not forget that Jesus asked his disciples to pay attention to details. The little detail that the wine was running out at a party, the little detail that one sheep was missing, the little detail of noticing the widow who offered her 2 small coins, the little detail of having spare oil for the lamps, should the bridegroom delay, the little detail of asking the disciples how many loaves of bread they had, the little detail of having a fire burning and a fish cooking as he waited for the disciples at daybreak. To fulfill our vocation to welcoming as Jesus did, we must constantly deepen the interior source of welcoming activity. This means that we must experience more profoundly how Jesus welcomes us. In this way, we develop a genuine spirituality of welcoming. In addition, we must also share our experiences of welcoming with one another. What are the best practices for making people feel welcomed? Whom has the Holy Spirit blessed with a charism of welcoming? Together, in the blend of interior spirituality of welcoming and a practical wisdom in welcoming, we will create in our parishes a culture of Christ-like welcoming.